Connell, thank you very, very much. So, a case of Trump surging or Clinton imploding, or maybe a little bit of both. Trump senior advisor A.J. Delgado joining now. Democratic strategist Jimmu Green, Independent Women's Forum, Hadley Heath Manning. Hadley, end it with you, begin with you. If you're Donald Trump, you are going to do what to capitalize on this, to keep it going?
Well, I applaud the Trump campaign for focusing on some policy issues like child care and other things that affect working families, finally putting the focus on the issues rather than on personality. Clinton, of course, having a difficult week. She's been unable to put the focus on her policy agenda because of her health issues and because she's constantly been on the defense, reacting, responding to things like her email scandal and so forth. So if I were the Trump campaign, I'd continue to go in that direction, argue about how you're going to save the economy and provide a better future for American families.
Jimmu, you must be looking at this and panicking.
No, I'm not, and this is the reason why.
Someone's blocking.
No, Neil, because we've always known this was going to be a close race. First of all, she's trying to become the first female president of the United States since April 30th of 1789.
I talked to a number of Clinton surrogates who thought they were going, and it might still happen.
It was always going to be close, which is why she is invested in offices and organizations on the ground that his campaign can't even touch. Where
that you argue saves the day.
20 offices in the state, and he's got half a person doing part-time work. This is going to be a turnout election, and we knew that was going to be the case. We knew it was going to be close, and I think they've been going down that track of being responsible. And of course,
but I want to stress, you might have thought that along the way, but a number of your colleagues and friends were not convinced of that. They were laughing off Donald Trump, saying that they could win in a walk. So maybe you were a little bit more cautious. But AJ, by the same token now, there's a risk that your guy could get a little cocky and start reading into this and that it's going to last forever. What are you hearing the Trump folks have to do, and what do they plan to do?
Keep spreading his message, obviously his message about jobs, about bringing back manufacturing jobs, about preventing the outsourcing of jobs, unlike Hillary Clinton, who's on record at least twice in India speaking favorably of jobs outsourcing. Keep spreading that message. At the same time, let Hillary Clinton continue to implode. She is imploding. It's unfortunate that the one thing they could point to is we have a bigger ground game.
That Donald Trump is enjoying, and it's just in a couple of states, and we don't want to overstate it, plus or negative. Is because of him or Hillary imploding?
It's a little bit of both. The American public is finally realizing just how much Hillary Clinton lied. I turned over all my emails. No, you didn't. I never sent classified information. Yes, you did. And then the Clinton Foundation. Why were people like Raj Fernando appointed to the Clinton Foundation, who donated to the Clinton Foundation? Why did they end up on a National Security Council? Why did she accept money from 7 foreign regimes while she was Secretary of State
at the Clinton
Foundation?
About?
I think there absolutely is a greater focus on it. And the health issue is going to hurt her.
Are you breathing a sigh of relief? No one's asking about your guys' taxes.
No, the American public does not care about Mr. Trump's taxes. They care about the Wall Street speeches that Hillary Clinton has yet to turn over. Where are those transcripts of those speeches?
Every single poll shows that an overwhelming majority of the American voters want to see his tax returns released.
And her medical records.
Is it the same percentage who want the up and up on their medical condition?
Well, they want both of them to release it, and now we've seen that
each campaign is high.
He promised that he was going to release something with Dr. Oz, and then this morning says that he's not.
Do you think that it is just on the same level? Get that out to the people.
They should both get it out. She has gotten a lot more credible information out than he has, as well as yes. We know a lot more about her medical situation.
Well, we know now, but
on taxes, we know nothing about him, and we know that his businesses are entangled in foreign investments that are very dangerous. Very dangerous foreign entanglements that he's going to have to answer for.
Foreign entanglements is 7 foreign regimes giving money to the Clinton Foundation.
Let's get back to the issue at hand. And Hadley, that is momentum. Everyone follows momentum, and it can be very risky because after the Democratic convention, it looked like it was going to go one way, to the Republican convention another way. So we're used to this back and forth. Now what becomes important, I think Jimmu hit something right about ground games are important. Getting out the vote is important. Having the money and the resources and offices to do that is important. And there Hillary Clinton has an edge. Now the details then are important about whether your people are jazzed to get out. What do you think happens?
Well, that's absolutely right, Neil. And what we've seen on the Trump side is that there have been many voters in the undecided column who are typically right-leaning, sort of conservative voters who would typically support a Republican nominee. But, of course, there's been a rift there between the Trump campaign and the so-called establishment, or people who are typically in the Republican camp. And so what he's got to do is continue to focus on the issues and paint a contrasting picture between where Hillary Clinton might take the country and where he would take the country. And that, I believe, is going to move those voters into his camp. Not all of them, but some of them in the end.
Hillary Clinton is going to be back on the stump, I think, on tomorrow. She has some impressive surrogates, her husband in Nevada today, Barack Obama yesterday. But do you ever get trouble that she's actually hurt by? Because by comparison, especially after Obama's performance in Philadelphia, that she's not like that. She doesn't have that energy, doesn't have that way of communicating and hitting your audience.
No, not nervous about it at all. I think Donald Trump's campaign would give anything to have a surrogate like President Obama or Vice President Biden or Michelle Obama, who will probably be the biggest weapon on the campaign. And doesn't it kill you that for all of those surrogates, she's in the battle of her life? Well, we knew this was going to be close, but again, I think what is interesting about this race is the most effective ad that the Clinton campaign can put out is actually using Donald Trump's words against him. And as we get into these debates, you see when he has to answer a question on policy, if you go back and look at the transcript from the National Security Forum, his answers on cybersecurity, a very serious problem facing our country.
And you think that'll come out in the debate?
His answers on veterans suicide, if you just read the transcript and the very small number of voters that are left, and I think they are really smart voters, they are going to be paying attention to the details.
All right.
Just go and look at that.
On Hillary Clinton's flip-flopping, I'm all for that. I'm all for the voters paying attention to detailing and seeing how much she's changed position on nearly every issue, even immigration. It's like a different person. It's like a different person. And I'm glad, Jammu, that she has these great surrogates because we know how much she hides from the press. It's sad that you have a candidate that gave, what, one press conference in almost 300 days?
She's not the candidate that blacklisted members of the press if they spoke badly about him. We've never seen a situation like that where he's like, you can't come in because you said something.
I think Trump's letting them all fly on the plane right now. He's over that. He's moved on.
Well, he realized it was hurting him.
Oh, okay.
It took her 300 days to realize she should give a press conference, and that's supposed to be a commander-in-chief. That's a transparent
there's a lot of
individual.
hate going on here. There's a lot of hate, and I think we have to move on.
It's all good.
All right. No, I'm kidding. I want to thank all of